Everybody, it's Dana. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are on our last card number 4 of the Valentine's Day card series. Alright, so I am using this pre-made kit from Recollections. Don't let these kits fool you. Let them work for you. We're all busy, right? So these already come with pre-folded cards. They also come with stickers and they also come with twine. So all you really have to do is add a stamp set. I'm using this one here from Simon Says Stamp, and this one's called You Matter. So don't discount these. These make fantastic cards. I've already been making a few, so I'm going to show you the process. So this is already, like I said, a pre-folded card. All I have to do is stamp my sentiment on the front. Now, I believe at one point these were 40% off. They might actually be 50 or 60% off at this point. So let these card kits work for you. All you have to do is pull out a stamp set that you might have of your own or buy one that's on sale, and voila, your cards will be done. Super, super easy. So I'm stamping this with the VersaFine Black Onyx ink. This is my favorite ink for stamping out sentiments. So I already have my sentiment stamped, and I'm going to stamp it one more time because I really want that to have a great crisp sentiment. So I'm just going to stamp it one more time. I'm just going to push hard so I get a really nice impression. Now these stamp sets, or stamp kits rather, are very versatile too. So they also come with envelopes. I needed to make sure I said that as well. They also come with envelopes. So let them work for you. Now this one has banners. So they have all these adorable little banner stickers. I'm going to keep mine really, really simple because that's what I'm doing this year, clean and simple. But you can see here that they did several banners across the card. And you can do that as well. But because I'm putting a rather large sentiment on mine, I'm just going to put one little banner in the corner. Now, with these kits, what I love is that they also provide you with the design. So if you were like kind of scattered at the last minute, oh, I don't know what I want to do, the design's already on the front of the package for you. So you don't really have to think too hard. But what's also great is that they give you the design, but also if you have things in your own supplies, add to it. Just go ahead and add to it. There's no rule. I swear there's not going to be any like craft cops after you. No stamping police are going to come get you and tell you you can't put that on a card. Go with what you love. Trust me, nobody's going to come get you. No sirens. I guarantee nobody's going to come arrest you for using your own supplies with these card kits. All right, they also come with some baker's twine. I do have to say this is not the best baker twine. Just got to tell you. It will really unravel once you go ahead and cut it at the end. It's going to unravel. But it's okay. We're just going to cut that off at the end anyway. But I would have to say this is not my favorite twine. I will be making sure I use my own twine on some other cards. All right, so I'm going to grab some glossy accents. And I'm going to go ahead and just lay that down right across the top of my little banners, my little flag bits. And that's going to keep down that baker's twine. So I'm just going to lay that right across. And I don't have to be too perfect with this because I'm going to actually use my fingers to kind of roll it back up into place. Just kind of smush it down just a little bit with my fingers. And that's going to kind of hold it there. All right, looking good. So now I'm going to add a little bit of glossy accents. And I'm going to put just a tad bit over on the end in which I'm going to cut off. And I was hoping that this was going to keep it from fraying when I cut it, and also once it dries to give it a little bit of stability. Because you know, like sometimes when we were younger, we would put like white glue on stuff and it would kind of like harden the rope a little bit to keep it from fraying a little bit later. That's what I'm trying to do with the glossy accent, because like I said, this is not the best twine, or baker's twine, I guess I want to say. It's just not the best. So all I have to say with that is you can use it. I'm not saying you can't use it, but I would prefer to use the ones I have on hand. Like I have Whimsidoodle. I also have Lawn Fawn. I just prefer to use that because the one that comes in a kit is not my friend. It could be your friend, but it's definitely not my friend. So I'm going to do the same over here. I'm just going to add a little bit of glossy accent right underneath where I'm going to cut the baker's twine. And I'm going to cut it and kind of like wrap it over the side a little bit. And also, I'm also trying to do two things with this. So I'm going to add a little bit to kind of hold it in place once I cut it, but also to try to stiffen up the twine just a tad bit. So I'm going to wrap it around after I cut it. And this was just a beast. I swear, this twine was just a beast to me. But also could be the fact that now I have a whole bunch of glossy accents sitting on my finger. So now my finger's tacky. And it's dry. And it doesn't want to work. But you know what? I felt the need to keep this in the video. Because I want to make you guys realize that everything I do on video is not perfect. You're going to see the boo-boos. So that's exactly why I left it in the video. So you can see. So when you're doing this and you're working with this twine, you're like, hey, how come it didn't work like Dana's? Yeah, it's okay. So I just went ahead and let that sit there and dry for a minute. And I went on and got my sequence because I knew the sequence was going to make me happy. So I was like, okay, let me just let that dry. I'll breathe a little bit and I'm going to go on to pretty things. So I'm just going to grab out a few clear sequins. But then, you know me, I got to add a little bit of color to them. So I'm going to grab out a pink and a red to add some of that color. So I'm just going to grab out like a really pretty red and then pop back in those sequins. Now again, I'm going to lay down my sequins with a glossy accent because that's what I've been using lately. My little go-to right now. That might change up a little bit later, but that's what was closest to me on my craft table. And I'm just going to randomly put down some of those pretty sequins. You know, sequins just seem to, you know, jazz up anything. So this is what I was saying, you guys. If you have your own supply of other things you want to add to these card kits, this is where it said, just go ahead and add them. You're not going to go to jail. Trust me, no police are going to show up at your house saying, you can't do that. You can't do that. Yes, you can. Use your own supplies. Trust me, these kits are buildable, and they're buildable with your own supplies. So see how pretty, a really nice, clean, and simple card. Now I'm going to go back, and I'm going to still work with this baker's twine because it's really working my nerves, y'all, and I just needed y'all to see this. So I'm going to kind of hold it for a second, see if I can get it to stick down just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm going to hold it because I'm going to try to be patient and love up on this twine. Just a minute. And then I'm like, okay, you know what? I just need to be done. Just need to be done. So that little pesky piece, I'm just going to go ahead and snip off. Because it's worked that last nerve. So boom, it's gone. Voila. Card is finished. Ah, okay, we're good. So if you're last minute and you need those card packs, go get them. But look, a stamp set and a few sequins, and voila, you have a gorgeous card. That is it for the card series. Love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.